Good morning.
Good morning.
Today, as we should know by now, is Veterans Day, the real day. Tomorrow we celebrate with an extra day for a long weekend. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Love that. Love that. And so today, to recognize all of the veterans in the entire world, I would like to share with you a quote from General Douglas MacArthur, and it goes like this. "The soldier above all people prays for peace, for the soldier must suffer and bear the deepest wounds and scars of war." So let us take a moment this morning, close our eyes, and be in gratitude for what has been given by so many souls. Thank you. Okay. So what comes to mind when you think of the word soul? Sole of a shoe? Fillet of sole. Soul train. One can have soul, be a soul brother or a soul sister. You can eat soul food. Listen to soul music with your soulmate. All possible. Today, though, let us do some soul searching and focus upon the soul, which is defined by that good old source. Guess who? Merriam-Webster. Defined as the immaterial essence, animating principle, or actual cause of an individual life. Sounds like Ernest Holmes, doesn't it? Well, spiritually, the soul, many of us define as an aspect of God, or of spirit. The soul body. And there are the three aspects, the spirit, soul, and body, of the one God. Or, as we teach here, the triune nature, the spirit, the soul, and the body. The three as one. Three pieces of the same pie. Without any of the pieces, it wouldn't be a pie now, would it? In its entirety. So, in other words, the soul has, as its nature, its aspect with the whole. And it does this as the undifferentiated action toward our true beliefs. The soul supports our individualized perception of life from beginning of the idea. It continues during its evolution to completion and or the repetition of our beliefs. And it does this without reference to its position of time or space. Lofty, huh? Lofty. Well, what I do know is that there is no time in the mind of God, a spirit of the soul. The soul, as an aspect of our spiritual nature, is differentiated as, but not separated from, the one God, the one Spirit, the one absolute being of man and woman. I believe there is only one God. Only one God, no matter what name we call it. There is only one life. And this life, as God, it is your life. It is my life. It is now. It is right here, right now. Let me emphasize one more time, the soul is one of three aspects of the one God. Now the other two are spirit and body. So we have spirit, soul, body as the whole, spelled W-H-O-L-E. Whole. not an empty space, but whole. Encompasses the entirety of all creation. So here's how the Science of Mind teaching describes soul. It's a quote from the textbook, Science of Mind textbook. The creative medium of spirit is soul. It's the mirror of the mind. The mirror of mind. What does a mirror do? Reflects back to that which we look in with, what we put into it. It reflects the forms of thought which are given it. Its nature is subjective, which means receives our beliefs and our ideas, all of them, and it cannot analyze or reject any of them. It can only carry out the orders given it. Some of us wish our life partner was that way. Don't we? It doesn't happen always. Because they have a better idea sometimes. So we get to listen. Soul is the receiver. And here comes the best part about soul. Soul is infinite in its power and ability to do, but not knowing what it does. Infinite in its power and ability to do, but not knowing what it does. So soul is an integral part of our spiritual delivery service. The nature of our soul is to support our every whim, our fancy, our taste, our desired emotion. I liken it to the Pied Piper. It responds to our individual tune. It follows suit with who we are. Thus our life experience, like the Pied Piper example, falls in line with our ideas. With our ideas. Now some of our ideas might show up as not for us, but there was some other idea in the mix. And so that becomes our opportunity to then take a look at that other idea that was maybe hiding in the bushes along the path of our life. And you say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. The soul is our ever-supportive, unwavering essence, evolving to our individualized desires. Our desires. Not Maxine's. Maybe yours. No, it's our ideas. Our ideas. So it is through this undifferentiated view we begin a greater understanding of soul. So how do we nourish the soul? My title, Nourishing the Soul. How do we do this? Well, as the dumb blonde is prone to say, hello, by what we feed it. Hello. Well, that dumb blonde is not so dumb, because she is right on. She is right on. It is what we feed it, because the soul is enriched by what we give to it. The soul is the seat of all of our memory. What are we serving ourselves? What are we feeding ourselves? How are we nourishing ourselves? The soul is also part of the creative process within us. It assists the creation of the patterns of belief in the thought given it. So here comes some clarity, I hope, for you. We do the giving. We do the giving. We always are doing the giving to our soul. So I have a question for you. I love questions, you know that. How many know what a quilt looks like? Diane, could you assist me, please?
Yes.
Would you stand up right here?
Okay.
This is my quilt.